Hey Gemini, Mariah here with Spiritually Honest Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and get into your June tarot reading. At this point, because we're a little bit, well, we're at the mid-month mark, so this is kind of like the end of June message, if you will. So from now going into July, right? So for the next, I guess, 2 weeks, what's happening for my Gemini spirit? Please be honest with light, love, and clarity. What's going on for my Geminis? What can they expect? What is going on in the life of my Geminis between now and the end of June going into July? May I have one card for my, ooh, okay. We got two. Feminine. And we also have cycles. Oh, geez. You know what the first thing I heard, Gemini? Pulling these cards, there's a song by Jasmine Sullivan called Circles. And it goes, I'm not going to sing because I can't sing, but the words are, circles, circles, round and round. The way you doing me so wrong, I just keep holding you down. I feel so stupid, foolish, loving you all this way. But what can I say when I try to go? No, I want to go, but something keeps pulling me back or something like that at the end. Don't quote me, okay? But even if it's not in love, there's a cycle that you keep going through, that you keep repeating, especially from my feminine energies. And again, feminine energies doesn't have to be just being a female. You know, it's just the actual energy. So you can be a masculine that's really in their feminine energy at this moment, right? But there's a cycle you got to break. There's a cycle you got to break, Gemini. We're going to go into the tarot to see what that is. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. May I have cards for my Geminis, my lovely Geminis. What do they need to know between now and the end of June going into July? Four of Wands in reverse, Queen of Earth in reverse, Seven of Earth in reverse, the Temperance. And the Four of Earth came up sideways. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, cycles, circles. There's a repetitiveness here to this energy, Gemini. Can I ask you a question, Gemini? You know, if it's just you and me and we're being, you know, having a one-on-one here, if you don't mind, can I ask you an intimate question? I hope you don't mind. Do you feel like you wasted your time on something, or you didn't see a return on an investment that you put your time, money, effort, dedication, devoted energy into? And it can be either one of those things or all of those things, where you waited patiently to see the fruits of your labor actually bear fruit and it never came to pass. And there's a sense of you that's discontent with how things have turned out or how things have played out. For you, Gemini, and again, this is very intimate, right? This is between you and me, right? Is there a sense of you being bored with the situation, again, being dissatisfied, not sure if you want to keep going with this or if you want to see through the opportunity that can come out of this? Because what I'm feeling here, and let me just give you a little quick backstory, right? Spirit's been on my ass the past couple of days to do your reading. And I normally, you'll check on my channel, I don't have a lot of Gemini readings because I don't really have a large Gemini following on my channel, which is okay. I still love you guys. But I just generally don't really do too many Gemini readings. But something was telling me to do your reading. It was urging me, just like with the Aquarius reading. And it feels like you've given a lot of your time, effort, resources, energy, dedication to something or someone, because we do have the Four of Fire here, which is the Four of Wands. Whether it's to a relationship, a connection, a business project, a job, even a family situation. And it's not bearing the fruits that you thought it was going to bear. And there's a sense of you feeling like you wasted your time and you're revisiting all of the work that you put into something, whether it is emotionally, psychologically, mentally, financially, even did I say physically? If not physically. And it's just not bearing the fruit that you wanted. And you're being patient. You're being very patient, but it's not coming to pass. When is it coming? When is it going to happen? When is this thing going to come forward? When am I going to have the success in this relationship, or the success with this business, or this project, or this idea that I have, that I want to get off the ground? There's a weight here. And then right underneath this Knight of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So something that you love, or you have loved, or you may have loved previously, right? If that's a connection, or even if this is in regards to an opportunity, this is something, again, that you do love, have loved for, or had loved. But it's like the more time you wait, the more I don't want to say the love is dwindling, because I don't feel that, but the more you question it. Is this really right for me? Right? You know what this feels like? I'm going to put this in the matter of achieving a life goal or your life purpose, right? To keep it very generalized. This is a sense of, say, you've invested all of your time and energy into wanting to get a business off the ground or a project, and it's not bearing the fruits after you invested so much time and energy into it. And then you start to question yourself, well, is this really right for me? Is this really the path that I should be taking? I'm getting bored of waiting for this to come forward, and all I've been doing is exuding energy to this, and I'm not seeing anything come out of it, right? And you can always flip that in the love situation of you always being the one giving to a connection, but not really seeing the love being returned back to you. So you start to get bored of the situation and wonder, okay, where is the growth here? Should I stay and wait? We got the Temperance. Or should I just leave? See, this Four of Pentacles coming up sideways is a challenge here for you. And it's a challenge here because with the Four of Earth here, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I was thinking, for a second, I just started looking at this as the Four of Cups. But even with the Four of Earth, it's like, do I let this go, or do I hold on to it? Do I keep pursuing this or investing if I'm not seeing any return? Or do I let go of this? It's a cycle here. There's a cycle here. And the cycle isn't necessarily you going through this situation multiple times, but the cycle is, when does this actual cycle close out? When do the fruits bear of my labor, of my work, of my love, of my time, of my finances, of my resources? When does this cycle close out of me waiting and I actually receive the rewards? Interesting. So let's start getting some clarifiers on this. So this is my mundane deck. I do not read these cards in reverse. So if a card pops out in reverse, I will flip it upright. I just like to let you know so that you don't think I'm doing anything wonky with the cards. I'll only read a card in reverse from this deck unless if I feel guided to, right? That's how I read. I understand readers read up differently, but I read the way Spirit wants me to read. Why is the Four of Fire here, Spirit? Thank you. Queen of Coins, which we have that right here, but it's in reverse. Oh, Head and Heart. Head and Heart. On this card, it says, retreat is not a weakness, but rather an understanding of our strength, with the Queen of Coins. For some that's dealing with the relationship, this feels like, in a sense, that you may feel like you have to move on from this and regain your own stability, because we already have the Queen of Earth coming up in reverse, but we have it here. Clarifying the Four of Wands, this may be a situation where, enough is enough. No is a complete sentence. Walking away is always an option. And that's what it literally says on this card, where you need to just move away from a connection because you're not receiving the fruits of your labor. Or again, you may have to walk away from an idea, a passion, a project that you wanted to work on because it's not bringing you the financial gain or success that you've been hoping for. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to walk away, right? You don't want to burn, the candle wick, I should say, at both ends, especially if it's not bringing you what you truly want or desire. Why is the Queen of Earth here in reverse? Why is the Queen of Earth here in reverse, Spirit? Okay, we got the Two of Wands, the Star, Five of Wands. Yep. Two of Wands, the Star, King of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Let's get real, Gemini. So again, it's me and you. Me, you, and my iced coffee. But if I can be absolutely real with you for a quick moment, if that's okay. Be clear with yourself, right? Two of Wands talks about planning. Two of Wands paired with any type of swords energy, planning with strategy, right? There's a sense of imbalance within yourself with this Queen of Earth in reverse. It's like almost depleting your energy, your resources, your time, your dedication, your effort for something, again, that's not bearing fruit. So now it's time to plan, right? This is something, whatever it is, a person, a project, a business, family member, it could be anything, Gemini. But this is something you had hope in, absolute hope in, but it's brought you nothing but conflict. And right next to the Swords energy of the King of Swords, I take this more so as mental and external conflict, right? Where you're physically depleting yourself, but you're also mentally depleting yourself. It's time to plan. Do I need to come at this a different way or look at this from a different angle? Or do I need to reroute my plan and course correct and go somewhere else? There's a sense of you needing to be absolutely clear with your intention on a certain situation that you're dealing with that's just not turning out how you expected, not turning out in the way that you hoped for. No more rose-colored glasses. No more if I just wait a little longer, because it feels like you've waited quite long enough to see. And by this point, if you haven't seen any results or any change in this, yeah, you can't really wait forever. Why is the Seven of Earth here, Spirit? Nine of Pentacles, Strength, and a Judgment. I love it. I love it. Because even if it's not for all of you, maybe I'm just talking to one Gemini. Hey, how you doing? If I'm talking to just one Gemini on this for a quick second. Seven of Earth, Nine of Pentacles, the Strength, and the Judgment. You have to decide. Now it's decision time, right? You waited long enough. You feel like you've been wasting your time. Judgment Day is here. You don't get to skip out on Judgment Day. Because if you try to, judgment will be called, I can't speak. Judgment will be called upon you. If you don't make that judgment decision, the universe will make it for you. And sometimes we don't really like the decision the universe makes. Does it work out in our favor in the long run? Yes, but short term, it's not the most comfortable decision if the universe has to make it for you. So you need to decide, right? Because there's something here that you've been spending, I wanted to say wasting your time. So if this is and this is more so in relation to a connection, if you've been dealing with a connection that you're just left waiting, you're wasting your time. If it's not that, if it's a business project or anything like that, then that doesn't apply. But with the Strength card, there's a sense of you lacking the bravery, the courage, the strength to keep pursuing something because you feel like it's a waste of time, even though there was hope in it. But on the flip side of this strength, there's a need for you to pull back your energy reserves, because all of your energy, again, emotionally, financially, spiritually, psychologically, physically, has been going into, a burning hole, right? You're literally burning all of your resources. And we have the Nine of Pentacles here. See, for this Nine of Pentacles, for me, this is a dual message. Because the Nine of Pentacles lets me know that prior to whatever this investment was, oh, Gemini, You were fine, you were abundant, you need for nothing, you needed nobody. All the resources were kept to yourself, right? But once you got involved with whatever this is for you, right? And you know best, whatever this is for you, if you went from the 9 to the 7, so your resources, your reserves started to deplete because you're investing in something that wasn't given back to you. But the beauty here is that you can regain this 9 of Pentacles, but you have to make that judgment on needing to hold back on investing in whatever this is for you. And if this is a business or a project or a job, this is more so the sense of, okay, this may not be working out for me in the way I'm going about it. Maybe I need to change how I'm going about it, right? Or this may be, I just need to pick an entirely different route, right? But there's a sense of you being able to claim and regain that self-sufficiency, that independence, that balance, feeling whole again within yourself, because you would no longer be giving to a situation that's no longer given to you. Why's the Temperance here? We got the 10 of Cups, which is the 10 of lattes in this deck that just fell out. Okay, Gemini, this is something that you truly wanted. 10 of Cups with Temperance. You waited. You waited because you really wanted to see the good in this. You waited because this is something that, with the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups, really fulfilled you at a soul level. This was it. This, you know what? This person was it. This person is my soulmate. You know what? This job is it. This job was everything for me. You know, you really held out because you felt like this was it. And trust me, Gemini, personal experience, if I'm gonna let you in a little bit, I know what that is. I know what that feels like, right? And you had this feeling of, you know what, no, this is it for me. It is. And you waited. It was worth the wait for you, though. You know, but when the wait goes from, okay, a couple of days to a couple of weeks, from a couple of weeks to a couple more weeks, to a couple months, then a few months, 6 months. Now we're at a year mark. Okay, I'm still giving to something that's not really returning an investment. But now I didn't invested so much time and effort, and I've already waited this long. You know, it's got to come true for me at some point. This has to work out for me at some point. Things has to get on the right page at some point. Okay, well, now we're a year in, and a year and a few months, right? And see, what tends to happen is we get so invested and so deep into a hole of time that we waited, that now it's like, I've invested so much time into this. It's hard to now dig yourself out of that hole, because a lot of people don't talk about this. It's a psychological effect. You get accustomed and comfortable to being in that place of waiting, because that's what you've known for so long. After you waited for a certain amount of time, it just becomes second nature. So now to remove yourself from that waiting period, what do you now replace that waiting with, right? What do you now replace that with? But I see here, though, all of this waiting, the longer time goes on, the more this 5 of Cups comes into realization of regret. I've literally just wasted 3 months waiting. I wasted 6 months waiting. I wasted a year or 2 years waiting, and I've came this far, and I know I didn't come this far just to come this far, but I'm not getting a return. And it's this 5 of Cups energy of not only depletion for me, but it's also regret. That's the biggest thing I'm getting, feeling regretful. Feeling regretful that I've wasted so much time. But see, Gemini, I'm going to tell you a little secret, okay, if that's okay. This Temperance card is calling me. No, it doesn't feel like it in this moment, and no, it doesn't feel like after all this waiting that this was for your highest good. And I won't tell you that it's for your highest good or not. You know, I'm not your spirit guide, so I'm not going to tell you that. But what I am going to tell you, though, there was a very important lesson within this time frame of waiting, because now you got to see yourself in a different angle than what you would have saw yourself before, right? Because if we look at the positive aspect of this, instead of the shadow aspect, of course, you now know how resilient you are. You now know how persistent you are. You now know how strong your dedication runs, or your loyalty runs to something that you're very passionate about. You gain and garner a deeper understanding of where your heart lies, and when it lies with something when your heart lies with something that's so important to you, how much you're willing to stick something out, right? But the issue here is it just leaves you depleted. So let's clarify this fourth earth. Gemini, I think we're going to take this into an extended for you because I want to see what's coming in next. Once you release this, I want to see what happens for you, what comes in next, whether this is a new relationship, whether this is a new opportunity in career. I want to see what Spirit has to tell you, what Spirit wants to tell you in regards to this. And we're going to give you some important advice and things that may be hidden from you that you may not see coming. So definitely check out the link in the description box below for that extended. Oh yeah, we got something good coming. We already starting off with the Queen of Cups. Check out the link in the extended box below. My extendeds are pretty lengthy, so trust me, they're worth the time that you would spend, the money that you would spend on the extended. I make sure I go into really good detail. May I have two more for the fourth earth? Ooh, did you see that? Holy, I've never had that happen in my time of doing tarot before YouTube. I've never had a card just stand up. Wow. Yeah, please get the extended. There we got the Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups. What else we got? Two of Swords. And the Eight of Wands. Ooh, okay. And the Six of Coins. Oh, and the Page of Cups right underneath that. I'm about to call you Capricorn. You may be dealing with the Capricorn. For some of you, if it's romantic. Yeah, Gemini, something's about to change here for you in a big fucking way. And that's not an understatement. All this time and waiting, your life is about to change in a big fucking way. You just have to make a head over heart decision with this Two of Swords. And that's what it literally says. Let me read this to you. It said, a road splits before you. This or that, head or heart. Stalemate, paralysis, what ifs, possibilities, attempts to extrapolate, but who can really know the future? Mental gymnastics. You can't stay parked here forever. People have places to be. Oh my fucking God. Jeez, Gemini. Yeah, get the extended. We're going to see what this is, but Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups, bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands, Six of Coins, and the Page of Cups. See, when you can make this decision, this Four of Earth and this Two of Swords, it's like either you hold on to this or you let it go. When you can choose which knife you're going to use in regards to this Four of Pentacles, whether you want to hold on to this situation or let it go, your life will change. And the cards that are showing here for me is, if you do let go of whatever this is, not only do you have something coming in that is emotionally fulfilling that will give back to you, because the Queen of Cups is talking about reciprocity in the emotional sector, but we have the Nine of Cups, which is ultimate bliss, right? Elation. It's self-fulfillment, but not only that, but it's self-fulfillment in your wildest dreams, right? More joy than you can experience in a human body. I mean, the Nine of Cups is I feel like people tend to downplay the Nine of Cups, but the Nine of Cups is massive, at least for me. We got the Eight of Wands, finally movement. No more stalemate. Things are moving. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. Being able to have an equal exchange with somebody or someone or something, or having a business built that actually pays you dividends, right? Or working for a company that provides great financial security for you instead of struggling. And then the Page of Cups, right? An offer, that opportunity. But it's an opportunity that hits you right in the core, hits you right in the soul. It hits you in that space that, and I'm going to be honest with you, Gemini, when this comes in and this Page of Cups hits you, it's like It almost makes all of this waiting worthwhile. But I don't feel like it's necessarily with this that you're waiting on. Because right underneath those energies, we have the Queen of Swords. Making that final cut, that final decision. So Gemini, I'm excited for you. Let's get into this extended energy, this extended read, and let's check out how this unfolds for you. If this is where I leave you, Gemini, it's been a pleasure to read for you. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it resonates. If it did, give a like, comment, and subscribe. Love you, as always. Bye.